Morning everyone, just thought I'd show you what I'm up to today. Basically I'm going to try and attack all this. I don't know if you can see that clear enough, but all these brambles. I'm just trying to slowly get on top of it here and work my way down. Over here somewhere, just sort of to the right of this tree, is our septic tank. So obviously just trying to get that cleared, clearly find out where that is located. But as I say, I'm just trying to strim this down to get control of the land. As you know, we've recently moved in, and we're just trying to get control of this land that's been left for many years to just overgrow. So yeah, that's the idea. Hopefully it will be okay and there's nothing nasty hidden in there. I have put a new blade on the strimmer and I'm quite interested to see what it actually does. So I've put this one on. I did have a flat blade on, but it just seems extremely hard work. Obviously the nylon line on my head also isn't working. I'm going through so much of that where it's hitting the brambles and sticks and things like that. So I'm really hoping that this one here, which has got great reviews, helps out a lot more.
Hiya!
Hello.
This morning we have been clearing a little bit more of the land. You'll be able to see here that we've cleared a lot of the overgrowth right up into the wall. Some fallen trees, there's still a little bit there. You can see that it's damaged the wall quite a bit, so we'll need to rebuild that. So this has all been trimmed, but all of these brush, I guess you could call it, which has come off of the fallen trees, the willow trees, which have been in here, was fairly, I say fairly easy to do, but a lot easier than from this point onwards. This is really thick and it's also filled with brambles. So just to do this area here has taken us, well, about 5 or 6 hours so far, to clear it properly. Yeah. So the plan is now to clear this brush. We've got somewhere just over behind the house to put it in preparation for chipping it. So we want to clear this land here, and then after we've cleared this big pile of, it doesn't look very big from this angle, but if you kind of,
it grew quickly.
It did. So we just want to chop this into slightly smaller pieces so that it'll go through a chipper a lot easier, and then we'll get the tarpaulin down ready to prep the ground for putting in our
Veg garden.
Veg garden, yeah. So this whole area here is going to be a veg garden, and then eventually we'll clear this back, and then we've decided we're going to build a greenhouse. It gets quite windy through here, so we want to build something that's quite sturdy, but again that's quite thick in there, and there's lots of sort of self-seeded willow saplings in there that need to come down to enable us to do that.
This is the brambles that we're still going to cut down, so you can see the height that it's been. It's literally been this right across here.
Yeah.
It's been really hard going.
So we're just going to clear this afternoon, and then hopefully get the tarpaulin down and see the start of our veg patch coming together. So you'll notice in this clip that Darren is doing all the hard work all by himself at the minute. Tom and I noticed our 80-something-year-old neighbour walking down the lane, and we went over to see if he was all right. He actually just popped over to say hello and have a look at how we were doing, which was lovely. But it did mean that Darren spent probably about an hour clearing all of the wood here. Is that the long way?
I don't actually remember. Go back to you a tiny bit, mate. Come up, backwards a bit, then come down. Can I get rocks? Yeah, get a rock. Okay, that's big to do. We're on Tom's speed now.
Yeah.
Huh? This is Tom's speed, everyone. Don't let the wind under it. Probably do.
It was massive when we rolled it out.
I know.
Yeah, it looks a little bit small here, doesn't it?
Yeah, take it. They're massive when we rolled it.
Is there not some here?
They're just little ones. They're not really heavy enough.
I put quite a few up on the wall, which Tom's stealing from. Oh, we're so excited. The tarpaulin is finally down. All of the strimming of all of this land and clearing all of this was just to get this down. I mean, it's only taken a month.
I know. It just looks, we bought this tarpaulin thinking it was massive, and now it just looks tiny.
Yeah, I feel like we should have bought more than one.
Yeah, I think we should have bought more than one. But all that over here, all this over here still needs clearing.
The fallen trees.
Yeah, it's all got to be cut
Come down.
away. We reckon there's about another 20 feet of land here. It goes back to the wall that you see coming around. So just spoilt for room.
Yeah. So all of the ground that Darren has been strimming has all been mulched with the mulching blade. Now we're just kind of putting the tarpaulin on top to kind of kill everything that's underneath.
Yeah, stops the light getting to it all to regerminate any weeds.
Yeah, and give a chance for the worms to do their thing.
Yeah.
And then
we're going to start drawing some plans up, aren't we, of what we think is going to go where, and we're going to have raised beds. We're talking sort of possible raised beds at the top end there.
yeah, because as you can see there's some quite big bricks. We think there might have possibly been a building there at one point, because there are a lot of rocks in this area here. And then we can get onto our chappie and get our 10 tonne of compost delivered, hopefully.
Which sounds a lot, but it's not, is it?
No, we might need more than 10 tonnes by the time we finished.
20.
Yeah.
30.
And I think also like in the outbuilding where all the horse stuff is,
Yeah.
we can bring all that out and put all that on here, and then
Be like a base for it all. And
yeah,
yeah, no, I agree. That's exciting. Lots of veggies to come soon, hopefully.
Yeah, well, I don't think we can start growing until next year now, can we? We're a little bit late now, but
We've still got an awful lot of clearing to do here.
yes.
Land preparation. We can't do too much around these sort of areas because you'll see there's a drain here. We've got our septic tank over there where we're facing now, which comes across, and then there's like a big soak away where all these brambles are still going to be cut down. There's a massive soak away that's got to be obviously not driven over or damaged, or
Yeah.
so we've just got to keep it clear. But, we feel like we're getting somewhere, but it's one step forward and, well, a massive step forwards, I think, isn't it, what we've done?
Yeah.
We've achieved a lot. My back's telling me we've achieved a lot. So, been using this blade now for a couple of weeks. As you see earlier in the video, I said that I was going to try a new mulching blade just to see how it went, because the flat blade just really wasn't getting the brambles that were stuck on the ground that have been lying there for so long. So I decided to look at reviews, look at what other people have been using, and they all came up with this mulching blade. I say I'm not sponsored in this video at all by them, but basically this blade came from Oregon. It's the 2-tooth mulching blade, designed for picking up the dead mulch off the ground, as well as working on heavy brambles, overgrowth, that sort of thing, you know, just heavy sort of stuff, nettles. So I decided to give it a go, and to be honest, I was really impressed with it. It's just really worked hard. We've covered so much ground, and 8 to 10 foot brambles, chopping them down really thick as well, and also going through sort of small sapling trees that have just self-seeded, and that it's just cut through it with no problem whatsoever. So yeah, really impressed. As you can see on this, or hopefully you can see, I'm going to put both. So I've actually buy a new one actually, because this one's actually worn out. I've used it so much, but if you actually look closely there, that should be like this one. So you can see how much this one is actually worn away just for the work and that it's done. Okay, really strong blade. The only thing I would say with it is I'm currently using it on a 32-33cc strimmer. I wouldn't recommend using it anything below that. You've got to keep the RPM up really high on it just to keep it working to its full potential. As soon as you let the RPM die, it just seems to sort of load it up a lot, and it can't cope with the actual vegetation clearance. I'm not saying it wouldn't work on smaller ground, but the brambles and the nettles that I've been clearing, which I say have been 8 to 10 foot high, it has had to keep that RPM up nice and strong. So, but I say overall, absolutely over the moon with it. I say I'm not sponsored by them whatsoever. I just wanted to share with you so other people can actually go out there and go, yeah, this has actually worked. I've seen someone use it, and I'll say I've bought another one, so it shows how much I like it, because we've still got an awful lot of brambles to cut. And yeah, I'm really happy that I can continue doing it, and in a way that it mulches it up so small. You can keep raking it into piles of what you've mulched, and then go through it again with the mulching blade, and it chops it up even finer. It's like it's near enough been put through a shredder. So yeah, really pleased with it. And as I say, hopefully this one that I bought will do exactly the same job as this one has just done, in getting the vegetation down and getting control of our land. Thank you very much. Any comments, just leave them below. More than happy to discuss more on these and all that. But so yeah, they come, as I say, in different fitments. This one here comes with a universal fitment. The one that I'm fitting it to is an inch diameter, but I say you can see the little spacer ring here. You can fit it on a 20mm shaft as well. But as I say, just make sure you are using a brush cutter that is adequately suitable for taking a blade. Anything that is underpowered, one, you're not going to do your engine, the clutch any good, and two, you certainly won't do your gearbox any good at the end of it when you're actually hitting the brambles and the heavy overgrown weeds and that.